Tuazon. Ni hao. Welcome to my final report presentation for my TEEP student program, Crossfield Tour and Record Research on Taiwan's Religion, Culture, and Art Sustainability. So a little bit of background about me. My name is Paul Anthony S. Tuazon. I'm a Filipino, age 26, Master in History, currently at the University of the Philippines, Diliman. I've been a graduate of Bachelor of Philosophy in the University of San Carlos last 2018. At September 7th, major accomplishment in my life ever since I graduated, because this is my first time overseas. I was prepared, nervous nonetheless, emotionally. But Tuazon, Lichini, and Fuming Fashi was there to help me get in Taiwan. I arrived at Taiwan Airport at 12 midnight. And Tuazon, Lichini was there to pick me up, which I did not expect because I was ready to at least wait until the morning and take the train. But gave me the lift in order to go here in Chiayi Dalin without any problem and hecticness. For that, I appreciate his gesture and that politeness. And right after that, Fashi Chuming welcomed me with the first event about art, and I was able to learn more about the calligraphy that was made by Wang Meimei and Kai Xianmu, the professors here in Anhui University. It was my first time to be integrated with Chinese art and paintings there. I met my program mates, met new different people from parts of all over the world. I was also able to meet the president of Nanwa Dashri and even the vice president, which is I did not expect to happen in my first week alone in Taiwan. The next one was the 34th National Buddhist Joint Conference. This event gave me the opportunity to volunteer, posting posters around the Nanwa Dashri. We lifted a lot of chairs in order to have the event organized, because lots of Buddhist monks and other people from all over the world who are academic were also visiting Nanwa University. It was a surreal experience because we met a lot of people also who are doing interpretations, and together with other things, especially the 2023 Seminar on Religious Gender Equality. Here, I was able to volunteer and got acknowledged for photographing the event. Now, next is the Taipei trip. This happened September 5th, my first trip to Taipei, the capital city of Taiwan. After 3 approval requests, it was under the grace of Director Chuming Fashi who approved my Taipei trip. I have to get her approval request in order for us to have our reimbursement technically and thoroughly. And anyway, it centered around Chiang Kai-shek. I believe Chiang Kai-shek's contribution and even the brutality was biggest and most important things in Taiwan politics, especially today that the election is nearing. It is my biggest accomplishment because I was able to learn more about Taiwanese politics during this one and visit the historical museums and historic places around the city, the capital city of the heart of Asia. This was during the Taipei trip. We were able to visit the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial National Concert Hall. This is where we've seen lots of calligraphies and Chinese architecture, which was standing and surreal. This is also the biggest accomplishment for me to learn more about Taiwanese culture and Taiwanese political progress. This is the peak point that Filipinos, I think, should learn more about the democracy. Taiwanese people were able to utilize the democratic process that they were able to fight for years after the martial law during the White Terror. Although Chiang Kai-shek was able to give advantages by making the political stability in the country without the takeover and the fear of communism, most Taiwanese people are still hurt with the White Terror, that the brutality his regime was able to penetrate in the island. I believe the Filipino people can also learn from this one. The long strive for democracy and Taiwanese against the authoritarianism and the brutal dictatorship where thousands of people were killed and disappeared. I believe this was a good opportunity for the Filipino people to learn more and to follow SETIC's example, as Taiwan was able to utilize democracy in the best way possible without the use of force and only the use of voice and non-violence. In Taipei trip, we also went to visit lots of libraries. We also were able to visit NTU, which is the premier and top school in Taiwan. It is the National Taiwan University, and we were able to roam around the campus. In Taipei, I was also able to meet some of the local Taiwanese people who are critical about Chiang Kai-shek's regime here in Taiwan. I was able to meet Andy, whose Chinese name is Lin Chen Guang. We talk about Taiwan's long struggle for democracy. As you can see in my PowerPoint, it was the Water Lily movement, where students organized their protest at the democratization process of Taiwan. I was so astounded because this happened just a year after the Tiananmen Square massacre in Beijing, although Beijing ended up brutally massacring lots of people and students. Taiwan made a whole different type of scenario when they listened to the students who wants to have a democracy process in the end, and without violently dispersing the students. Next, that was the first trip at Fogongsan. It happened with the help of the Nanhua University Office of International Cross-Strait Affairs. This is our first time visit in Kaohsiung. I was together with not just the TEEP members of the class and program, but together with other international students who are taking their masters here in Nanhua University. I was astounded that there's a lot of people, international students, who are here in Nanhua University studying. I was able to meet people from Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, India, even in Mongolia, which are first time meeting people from Mongolia. In Fogongsan, I was able to check more of the museum galleries. I was able to learn more about Buddhism and how Buddhism spread all over Southeast Asia and even Asia. I was able to learn more about Master Xing Yun's humble experience and humble beginnings, where he converted very beautiful museum dedicated to Buddha. Together with the humble beginnings of Master Xing Yun, I was very astounded at the idea that he can start from scratch. And Fogongsan, from November 19 to 25, I was able to volunteer together with other TEEP students. We were able to volunteer at the Dharma Hall. This was a special event for me because I was able to volunteer at the museum, where paintings were displayed and interactive galleries were displayed in order for people to learn more about Buddhist culture and Buddhist religion. Together with that, we enjoyed every single bit of it because I was able to meet people from all over the world. You can see in my report, you can see the Dharma Hall there. Now next is the 10th Humanistic Buddhism Symposium. We went back to Fogongsan, this time as a member of academia. I was able to integrate with other professors from all over the world. It was for me the cradle and strong academic engagement with different professors all over the world. 3-day symposium of heavily backed well-researched papers where they presented it and used it for our discourse. I was also able to experience the book launch fronted by Dr. Stephen Hill, who is from Australia and very active in politics because he was once a member of United Nations and a leader in restoring peace and balance all over around Southeast Asia. Together in the symposium, I was able to see and view the Sutra repository of Fogongsan. I was also able to meet, once again, my previous professor in the University of San Carlos back in Cebu, in my home country, Dr. Mage Purino, where she presented her research in the 10th Humanistic Buddhism Symposium. The next is we call this one a break from academia, is the Nanhua University Christmas Party for International Students. Here I was able to meet other students in Nanhua University, especially from people of Swaziland. I was able to meet also other Filipino students at Green Technology. Here in our Christmas party, it was a one-night fun-filled break from study. It was initiated by Nanhua OICA with Miss Christina and Miss Teresa Hung, who helped me during my first stay here in Nanhua University, my first week here. It was a fun-filled experience because generally we had fun and we did exchanging gifts and exchanging pleasantries is a big thing for me. All I can give thanks to the Nanhua OICA. Finally, my final remarks. All the people I met here in the university and here in my stay in Taiwan. I just want to say that my Taiwan experience will never be complete without them. But nonetheless, I want to express my gratitude very firstly to Pasi Chuming, who was the first person who gave me the understanding and the luck and the ability to experience everything around overseas. It's the first time overseas student. This is a big opportunity for me. Without Fashi Chuming and Li Chenyi, I won't be able to experience lots of things here in Taiwan. Without their help, without their compassion and politeness, without their humbleness, I won't be able to experience such a real ordeal. Now, I want to also give thanks to Professor Jelly Galang of University of the Philippines Department of History for helping me apply in this TEEP program. I want to also extend my gratitude to the Ministry of Education of Taiwan, the Taipei Economic Cultural Office of Republic of China in Makati in the Philippines for giving me the opportunity to learn more about TEEP program. Without them, I won't be here in Taiwan. Finally, I want to express my gratitude to Nanway University. Let me give my thanks in Spanish, in my mother tongue, Tagalog, Cebuano, and English. Muchas gracias. Maraming salamat. Daghang salamat. Thank you very much, Nanway University, for giving me this opportunity. This is a fun-filled experience that I will never forget. Once again, this is one big accomplishment of mine. Thank you very much, Nanway University.